Well guys, this is part one of working on the Monte. Started off with that brake fluid leak, which I thought was a line, and it ends up being the master cylinder actually leaking at the black wall here. So we'll have to get a new master or fix her up or whatever. Anyways, so far I removed the one fender, which is sitting over here in the trailer temporarily. Hood's off, and basically what I'm doing is I'm getting to the steering column parts the easy way. And so far on the inside I've already started ripping out the steering column, but I got to be super careful because this thing has a rat's nest. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but the wiring is just a freaking rat's nest in here. It's going to be fun because I don't know what works and what doesn't, but there's all kinds of wires that are messed right up in here. So I'm going to have to go through that and clean that up. That's for darn sure. But anyways, that's the start right now of cleaning up the Monte, getting there. I got to get those brakes done, and I got to get the steering column in it before I can do anything else. So that's what we're working on. And yeah, I just figured I was already here. Get that out of the way. What it is this rotor, the caliper seized up on this brake anyway. Whoops, sorry, there we are. The caliper itself looks like it's seized up on this brake. So I want to pull apart this brake and get this working, because this won't turn at all right now. She's seized solid. And I figured it'd be a lot easier to get to that nut right here if I took the fender off, because there was only a few bolts to pop the fender off. So I figured, oh, why not pop out the fender, and at the same time I can work on the master cylinder easier, and everything on this side I can work on a lot easier. So like they say, one step at a time, guys. This is the start of it. Once I get the steering column in and get this wheel freed up and maybe knock some dents out of that fender, we'll go from there. So this is just a basic update on what I've been doing, just so you guys know. I haven't really got into this thing. Today's the first day, and like I said, I've been waiting for the rain to stop. Rain stopped now, so I'm finally getting into it. Got a day off, and it's not the nicest day outside, as you can see. It looks like it might rain on me. I'm hoping not, but if it does, I'll just slide the hood back in place and leave it like that. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it sitting on the jack stand there. Threw a jack stand under it for safety, and I still got my jack under it as well. But yeah, I had to pull off the wheel to be able to access that anyway. So I figured pull off the wheel first, and then once I pull off the wheel, I looked and I went, it's only like 10 bolts to pull off a fender. I'll pull the fender right off and make it a lot easier access rather than trying to lean over the fender to get to the bolts. So we did it the easy way. So for now, general update, and once we get some more stuff done, I'll add to it. Well, I got the old steering columns out. Now you guys can see what I was talking about a rat's nest in here. Like, look at this wiring mess. Holy. But anyways, the old steering column's out, and I think I'm gonna have to call it a night, because by the time I clean everything up here, put the hood back on. Yeah, so steering column's out. I decided to reuse this here because it's all nice and tight, and still a good knuckle there. And this side here, if I can get it in video, where are we? Right there. That's all nice and tight yet, so we're going to be reusing that. And yeah, I'm going to look for it because it's leaking really bad. And I never got around to doing this here yet. So anyways, for tonight, that's pretty much all I'm going to have time to do on here. Got a little bit of a problem I ran into though. I'll show you guys. I got that lock that they had on here off of the steering column, and I found out the signal stat's broken inside. So now I got to pull apart this column and try and find the plastic piece. Only bad part is I got two other columns here, and guess what? Same thing on this one, and same thing on this one. The pieces are all missing out of it. So between three columns, I can't even make one. So either I'm going to have to find another steering column, or I'm going to go to the wrecker and see, or maybe if I can just buy this piece new or something, or go to the wrecker, I don't know. But either way, my signal lights obviously aren't going to work, so I'm not going to put this back together now until I find the parts I need. So I'll have to pick up the right parts. And then same thing as I'll pick up the master cylinder as well. And I'll put either a good used one or a brand new one of those on as well. But for tonight, I'm just going to clean this up, put the hood back on it, put the fender back in place for now. And the interior can stay just the way she is. All my parts are all sitting there, and I got lots of work to go. So now we'll just close the door on this issue. Anyways, so there, at least I got some stuff done today, guys. I got to take the jack off, obviously, and throw the fender back on, and that'll be a day's work for today. That's about all I'm going to get done. So until the next time, it is what it is. We'll just keep plugging at her. Talk to you later. Here, look at that, boys. All back together. No, just kidding. Yeah, for now, that's the way we're going to leave her. All I do is run that bungee across the hood, just to hold the hood and fender into place for now, temporarily, until I get some parts. And yeah, for now, I'm going to leave that like that, because I'll probably work on that brake if I get a chance while I'm waiting for parts. And trailer's back where it belongs for now. So, as is, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. Time to call it the job. So, that's it for tonight, folks. See you next time around.